shifting from just thinking about getting rid of water when we've got too much to thinking about how do we actually manage this water to get the most benefit from it.
Hello and welcome to this edition of the State of Soy. I'm Aaron Putsey and I'm visiting with two people who have been very instrumental in water quality, water drainage work here in the state of Iowa. And we're also here to talk about a recent award recipient for their work in that area. I want to start first with Matt Helmer. Matt, you serve as Professor of Ag Engineering at Iowa State University. You were kind of responsible for this conversation. You got Chris into this pickle.
Yeah.
But share with me a little bit about the award that you nominated Chris for.
Yeah, we nominated Chris for the Gunlogson Award, and it's for somebody that's working to improve the countryside. And I think Chris really epitomizes that with his work on ag drainage, water storage, and really to educate farmers about the importance of these practices, how we need them, and how they can help both water quality, and then as we're moving forward with some of the research, help with crop production as well.
So Chris, hey, this is, it's an honor in your role as a conservation drainage scientist for Iowa Soybean Association. What does this award mean to you in terms of being recognized in this industry for your work that really is improving environmental systems out there in the rural countryside, the resiliency of our water quality out there, and also helping farmers be better at what they do?
Well, it's a huge honor. ASAB, or the American Society of Agricultural and Biological Engineers, that's been my professional society home. I've been a member for 30 years, and so to get recognized and rewarded for the work I do from my peers, the people that understand the work I'm doing the most, again, that's just a huge honor.
Speaking of peers, you've been peers for more than 20 years in this space. What have you seen as the evolution of agricultural drainage in your career, Chris, and looking at these systems, and why is it taking on added importance and added interest among farmers?
The real shift lately has been shifting from just thinking about getting rid of water when we've got too much to thinking about how do we actually manage this water to get the most benefit from it. So, both managing it for crop production, but then also can we get environmental benefits with that. And so, bringing in some of these practices like bioreactors, saturated buffers, and then some of the newer work we're doing on drainage water recycling, trying to get multiple benefits from that drainage instead of just treating it as a waste product to get rid of when we've got too much.
In your work, Matt, in this area, what are some evolutions in the systems that you've seen in terms of the kind of tools and technologies out there that are helping farmers better manage water?
One is that I think with our GPS technology, we're able to design our drainage systems a little bit differently so that we might be able to manage water with those a little better with controlled drainage. And then I think that as Chris talked about, this emerging practice of trying to capture that water, store it, and then use it for supplemental irrigation. And I think the new technology can help us with siting of those practices, as well as can we site the practice in a location that maybe is not the highest producing area for that producer. And so maybe that's a opportune area to try to store that water.
In other cases, it may just be that you've got some areas that aren't in production, but would work really well for storage. And so one of the sites we've got, there was a nice little waterway where we could create an embankment, create storage there, and that worked perfect. And so there's still some work to do, but it's looking better and better that we can get the irrigation to pay for itself. And so a lot of what we're doing now is showing what the public benefits are for water quality, wildlife, other things. And so obviously there are some opportunities. IDALS has been really interested in this and willing to help pay for the storage part of that. As we continue, there's going to be more and more opportunities to get involved in this.
And last question, Matt, where do you see this evolving? I mean, what's the next frontier?
Yeah, I don't know what the next frontier is. If I had that, I'd probably be doing something different. But I think that farmers really understand the importance of drainage throughout the Midwest. Their increased pressure to improve that water quality that leaves their drainage system. And I think we have a lot of tools there, from saturated buffers, bioreactors, wetlands, multi-purpose oxbows and drainage water recycling. And maybe the next frontier is really, how do we get those on the landscape in the positions where they can do the greatest benefit and really encourage farmers to do that. And that's where I'd give a lot of credit to the Iowa Soybean Association for all their work to really trying to educate producers throughout the state and really get them on board with getting a lot of these edge of field practices on the landscape.
Well, Chris, congratulations on your award. Very well deserved. Matt, thank you for making that nomination. We get so busy doing sometimes that we forget to really stop and recognize the people who are making a big difference out there on behalf of farmers, and that certainly has been the work of Iowa State University and Chris and the Iowa Soybean Association. Reporting for this edition of the State of Soy, I'm Aaron Putsey.
Farming is a competitive business, and you need equipment you can count on every single day. That's why for nearly 90 years, farmers have entrusted their grain handling to Brandt Agricultural Products. Brandt's full line of hardworking conveyors, augers, grain carts, vacs, grain bagging equipment, and tillage equipment are made to deliver the competitive edge you need to lead the field and are manufactured here in the USA. For more information on our full line of products, visit brandt.ca today.